Hey, what's up everybody? Blake with Trade Tracer. In this video, I'm going to give you two of my favorite setups heading into Monday and also give you the current outlook on the market. So without further ado, none of this is financial advice. Always invest at your own risk. Also, hit that like and subscribe if you find any of this content valuable and click the link in the description for some free signals. All right, so this doesn't get said enough, but we got to look at monthly charts, okay? Monthly charts tell the bigger story and the macro trends, okay? And one of the things that I'm noticing on the S&P 500 monthly time frame is we have a fresh MACD bullish crossover. So if you don't know what the MACD is, it's a momentum indicator. So on the monthly time frame, this is telling me the momentum for the long term is changing to the upside. All right, now two of the things that I'm noticing here is we are already in an uptrend on the monthly time frame. Prices holding above the 10 SMA and confirming price strength, and we're almost at all-time highs. So from an investment perspective, if I'm an investor, I'm looking at this and I'm thinking this is some very bullish activity. This bull market likely continues. Same thing with the weekly time frame, very strong uptrend, pausing near the highs to be expected because, as you guys know, I've talked about OPEX since last week. So OPEX is monthly option expiration. And typically the week before OPEX, we have lately been putting in some pivotal lows. And I was talking about those pivotal lows that we might see last week. And it looks so far that we've seen those pivotal lows. We're going to have to see how futures open and what this market looks like this next week. I'm not pressing anything because we've had a phenomenal run. And right now I'm actually sitting all cash. So same thing with the NASDAQ, the QQQ. You can see we have some bearish divergence on the internal. So, the MACD is sloping downwards while price respective to MACD is moving higher. So that's some bearish divergence, meaning that the momentum is really slowing. This isn't a place to get really aggressive. You need to be taking risk off the table, booking profits. And that's exactly what we've done this week. We scaled all of this week's Apple, Tesla, TQQQ, paid us fat, okay? And now we're sitting cash. We actually moved 100% to cash on Friday just because, I didn't see a ton of momentum and I didn't really see any reason to have any overnight risk. So two of my favorite setups heading into this next week. Obviously, the tech names, Apple, I still love. We've been long Apple. Apple's just been on a tear, has that stock split it's running into. And same thing with Tesla. Tesla's been a phenomenal momentum trader for us. Tesla is also one of the stocks that we got in on a break of that 10 SMA. So right around that 1490, I think, was our alert to members. So those still, I think, are very strong. If the market goes higher, I think they lead higher. Boeing is interesting. It's been difficult to trade lately. However, we do have some momentum that's changing, and you can see we're building this volume shelf. If we can get back above the 180 and ideally the 185 level, I do think Boeing has the potential to be explosive. Okay, so we're going to keep a close eye on Boeing. Southwest, very similar setup. I do have an alert set for Southwest, so I do like that setup as well. Building off this volume shelf, moving above these anchored VWAPs, which are volume weighted average prices. So I like that as well. Also, XOP. Okay, so the oil and gas sector, once again, picking up. We're breaking above the VWAP. We could be looking at an entry on Monday, provided the market does show some strength. And finally, the last setup that I do like heading into Monday this week is Netflix. Okay, so Netflix is in this classic, pinch of this VWAP. So you got the anchored volume weighted average price of these lows with the highs here. Okay, we've been bouncing in this range, and it looks like we could be ready for another bounce. And if we can get back above the 490 levels, I do like Netflix long, and I think it could absolutely make a run to the 500 levels and above that. Sky's the limit. Back above, 512. I think we could get back to the 550 levels. So keep a close eye on Netflix. I think we are set up very nicely on that one. So just to wrap up, once again, S&P 500 very close to making closing all-time highs. Momentum is flat. Don't press. Make sure that you've scaled profits and wait for the next setup to get back long this market. In the meantime, make sure you are protecting profits and check out tradetracer.io. In the description, I'm going to be linking my free signals group. See you guys. Take care.